Continuation of previous videos, environmental science, environment and biodiversity, ecological system and success now we're supporting. So the value of biodiversity. So how the biodiversity is become valued. Example, the production of oxygen and reducing carbon dioxide. Water cycle, to maintain the water cycle and protecting soils from the bad things like chemicals and all about it, some creation of minerals, okay, are important service, very important values in the biodiversity. Forests are the main mechanism for conversion of CO2 into carbon and oxygen. Nowadays, what we are doing, we are trying to make it reduce the carbon, but what we have done, we have created with inappropriately. So, without knowledge, we are not doing all the things because the human knows the value of carbon dioxide and oxygen, but they are not interested to do the things. So the value of carbon dioxide very huge. If you are going to reduce the CO2 gas, you have to spend a lot of money. So, but the forest what it's doing simply is absorbing and it's converted into CO2 to oxygen. It's good to health, good to planet, good to in all the individuals. So these are the ways it's happening. So the loss of forest, what it will do, it will increase the carbon dioxides and other gases. So it's very important. So just think about depression and cyclones since 1970s. Okay, their main contributors for the rainfall in the example of Pennsylvania state. Okay, warming occasions aid to the formation and intensifications of weather systems. 1971 to 1958 and 1981 to 1980 47 and 1991 to 2043 and 2011 to 2019 42. So study of findings. Okay, the greenhouse gas emissions could result in increasing yearly average rainfall most part of South Pennsylvania and Peninsular India. The near future 2022. Far future. If measure of taken control emission, there may be 5% increase in the rainfall between 20 to 2049 and 11 increase between 2070 to 2000. If emission continue to be high, there may be 20% increase in the average rainfall between 20 to 249 and 30% increases 79 to. Risk increase the intensity could result floods, rainfall intensity could more coastal areas, risk of floods in more coastal, urban, such as Chennai and rapid development. You have seen how the rainfall is happening and how it's affecting. So carbon flux in Amazon forest, okay. Carbon removal, okay, once Western Amazon, because that will absorb the 30,000 negative. And carbon emission is almost some 8,000. And carbon flux removal emission is very poor, it's in the negative. The total Amazon is almost 30,000, but carbon emission is 20,000. The consumptive use value, the direct utilization timber, food, fuel, wood for by local community, the biodiversity and area influence Every aspect lives of the people who inhabit it. Their living, their living space and their livelihoods depends on the type of ecosystems. So, product use, marketable goods, the genetic diversity and scientists and farmers to develop better crops, domestic animals through the careful breeding. Even today, species, plants, animals are being discovered in the world. Preservation of biodiversity has how it's now become essential for industrial growth and economic development. So that is a dollar. That is equal to dollar, and that is growth of economy and growth of health. So a variety of industries farms are highly dependent on identifying the compounds and great economic value from the wide variety of wild species and plants located in the undistributed natural forest. So, special traditional societies, a small population required less resources had preserved their biodiversity as a life supporting us. Modern man rapidly depleted it even to extent of leading to the irrecoverable losses due to the extinction of several species. Ethical and moral, apart from the economic importance, conserving the biodiversity are several cultural, moral, ethical, which are associated with sense sanctity of all forms of life. Aesthetic value, assigning a value to an object based on its disappearance and emotional effect. Aesthetic value. Aesthetic. Thank you.